We begin tonight with a stunning number, 150,000. 150,000 mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters, grandparents and friends now lost to the coronavirus in the United States in 5 months. More than 4.3 million cases have been confirmed. Tonight, CBS News has learned that deaths across the country have recently surged by more than 30%. California, Florida, and Texas all smashing their daily death toll records today. The president is in Texas tonight, where he was supposed to be joined by Texas Republican Louis Gohmert. But just hours before taking off, Congressman Gohmert tested positive twice for coronavirus, especially concerning as he was in close contact with Attorney General Bill Barr just yesterday on Capitol Hill. And as we come on the air, we've just learned that Speaker Nancy Pelosi issued a mandatory mask order for the House of Representatives. Now, it all comes amid the growing debate tonight about reopening schools. Dr. Anthony Fauci warning that kids as young as 10 can spread the virus as easily as adults. Teachers across the country who don't feel adequately protected are encouraged to strike. And some parents are being asked to sign COVID liability waivers before sending their children back to school. There's a lot of news to get to tonight, and our team of correspondents is standing by. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez is going to lead off our coverage tonight from Miami. Good evening, Manuel.
Good evening, Nora. For a second day in a row, Florida has broken its one-day record for new COVID-19 deaths, reporting 216 today. Over the last week, the country has averaged about 1,000 deaths a day. The flood of COVID-19 patients into hospitals across the country has turned into a surge of deaths. Just about all the patients in this hospital in Houston, Texas have coronavirus, with doctors placing a tube in the windpipe to save this patient's vocal cords. Otherwise, he may never speak again, even if he recovers from COVID-19. In the past week, more than a quarter of the states reported a record number of new COVID-19 deaths. 14 states hit highs for new cases. An internal FEMA memo reveals that even as cases nationwide decreased slightly over the past week, the number of deaths jumped 30% during the same time period. Now there is concern about the virus traveling back north. For the first time since April, 2 counties in New Jersey have reportedly made the Department of Homeland Security's emerging hotspots list. Philadelphia officials say they are seeing a second wave. The city's superintendent suggested delaying reopening schools.
We are now proposing that we start the school year with all students remotely for the first marking period, which goes through November 17th.
In Florida, the debate over reopening schools intensified, with nearly 32,000 educators signing a petition asking Governor Ron DeSantis to nullify his order requiring schools open in just a few weeks. One of the nation's largest teachers' unions told members it's okay to strike. Today, Dr. Anthony Fauci weighed in.
We should try as best as we possibly can to get the children back to school. The hot zone, you have to take that on a case-by-case basis and make a decision based on the welfare of the kids as well as the feasibility of being able to open up.
Nearly 300 graduates and guests of Brevard County's Bayside High School have been asked to self-quarantine after possibly being exposed at a Saturday graduation ceremony. In California today, nurses protested.
I feel like sometimes nurses put their lives on the line and don't wear proper PPE so that they can get in there and help the patient.
The man known as California's Patient Zero, having contracted the virus abroad in Italy in February, spoke with CBS News today after a 2-month hospital stay where complications forced doctors to amputate most of his fingers.
I should have walked out of there. My neurologist came into my room and said to me, "You're a miracle. Medically speaking, you should not have been here."
And today, Dr. Fauci personally supported another recommendation to curb the spread, wearing protective eye gear. But the fight against the virus here in Florida is facing yet another hurdle. Officials have announced that state-run testing sites will have to close starting tomorrow afternoon in anticipation of a tropical system that could hit this weekend. Nora?
That storm on top of everything. Manuel Bojorquez, thank you.